Hello. Today we are going to discussing about the beta adrenergic antagonist. Uh, so first of all, that is also known as beta blocker, which is block the action of the adrenaline, noradrenaline, epinephrine on the beta receptor. Basically, there are three types of the beta receptor are there: beta 1, beta 2, beta 3. Now, in sympathetic nervous system, which is mainly mediated the fight or flight response. So these three catecholamine, adrenaline, noradrenaline, and epinephrine, adrenaline, noradrenaline, so dopamine, these are the catecholamine which bind to the this receptor and mainly mediated different types of the action, like beta 1, the adrenoreceptor, which is mainly located in the heart and kidney; beta 2 adrenoreceptor, which is located mainly lungs, gastrointestinal tract, liver, uterus, and vascular smooth muscle and skeletal muscle; beta 3 adrenergic receptor, that are mainly located in the fat cell. So here you can see that beta 1 heart stimulation, bronchi, uterine, vascular smooth muscle relaxation causes lipolysis in adipose tissue. These are the action of the adrenaline, noradrenaline in the beta receptor. So how they will work? This norepinephrine or epinephrine, which you can say that adrenaline or noradrenaline, this act basically through the G protein coupled receptor pathway. So what happen if they are bind to the beta 1 receptor? So if they bind to the beta 1 receptor, they increase the heart rate and contractility, increase the AV node conduction velocity, increase the renin release from the juxtaglomerular cell. If they bind to the beta 2 receptor, what happen? Then there is a relaxation of the smooth muscle, increase liver glycogenolysis and gluconeogenesis, increase the skeletal muscle glycogenolysis. If they bind to the beta 3 receptor, they increase the lipolysis and endothelial nitric oxide dependent vasodilation. So what are the properties this the antagonist we are talking about? So basically this antagonist block this type of the receptor and inhibit the action of adrenaline and noradrenaline. So there is non-selective beta blocker, means which are not selective, which can act both beta 1, beta 2 or beta 3, both type of the receptor. And then there is a selective beta 1 antagonist. Then there is a beta plus alpha antagonist. Then there is intrinsic sympathomimetic property, that is also partial agonistic action. And then there is a membrane stabilizing agent, local anesthetic action, which mainly block the sodium channel. So if you classify the beta blocker, you can classify into three categories: first generation, second generation, and third generation. First generation, which are classical non-selective; second generation, classical beta 1 selective; and third generation non-selective, and in some cases they are beta 1 selective with additional some properties. So first generation non-selective with intrinsic sympathomimetic activity, penbutalol with muscle stabilizing agent only, propanolol with intrinsic sympathomimetic activity and muscle stabilizing agent pindolol, without intrinsic sympathomimetic activity and muscle stabilizing agent timolol, sotalol. These are the drug first generation. Then we come to the second generation selective beta 1 agent, which having the muscle stabilizing property only, metoprolol with intrinsic sympathetic activity along with muscle stabilizing agent acebutolol, and without intrinsic sympathomimetic activity and muscle stabilizing agent, they are the atenolol, esmolol. So third generation non-selective with muscle stabilizing agent carvedilol with intrinsic sympathomimetic activity, cartilolol with both levetolol. And then selective with muscle stabilizing agent, bitazolol with intrinsic sympathomimetic activity, celiprolol. So only intrinsic sympathomimetic activity, that is the penbutalol, cartilol and celiprolol, and both intrinsic sympathomimetic activity along with muscle stabilizing agent pindolol, levetiracetam. With only muscle stabilizing agent, they are the propranolol, metoprolol. Without intrinsic sympathomimetic activity and muscle stabilizing agent, timolol, sotalol, this atenolol, these are the drug. So now we come to the this classification basically based on the receptor based. Now therapeutic use. On the basis of therapeutic use, we can further classify this adrenergic antagonist into different categories, like agents specifically indicate for the cardiac arrhythmia. Means we are using this antagonist for treatment of the cardiac arrhythmia. The drug are esmolol, sotalol, these are the drug. Agents specifically indicate for the congestive heart failure, bisoprolol, sustained release metoprolol, these are the drug. Agents specifically indicate for the glaucoma, bitazolol. Agents specifically indicate for the myocardial infarction, atenolol. Agents specifically indicate for the migraine prophylaxis, timolol. And propranolol is the only agent indicate for control of tremor, portal hypertension and esophageal variceal bleeding, and used in conjugation with alpha blocker therapy for the treatment of pheochromocytoma. Now pharmacological action. What are the pharmacological action of the beta blocker or beta antagonist on the heart? They do not causes the hypotension in healthy individual, slow down the AV conduction, increase the PR interval in ECG, beta 1 block in AV node conduction. In vascular system, beta 2 blocked increase the systemic vascular resistance along with alpha 1. Non-selective and beta 1 block inhibit the renin release. Acute effect increase the peripheral resistance, and chronic administration of the drug decrease the peripheral resistance. Now beta blocker, what are the their action on heart? Decrease the heart rate and decrease contractility, decrease the conduction, and then blood vessel, there is a vasodilation. Alpha adrenergic receptor blocking along with activity increase the nitric oxide bioavailability. And kidney, there is a decreased renin release from the juxtaglomerular cell and decreased renin angiotensin system, which further help in the vasodilation. And third generation and ultimate, all these are mainly act on the cardiovascular beneficial effect we are getting. There is a decrease in the blood pressure, decrease the myocardial oxygen demand, decrease the water and salt retention, decrease the oxidative and inflammatory stress, attenuate the cardiovascular remodeling. Effect on the respiratory tract. If beta blocker, beta 2 antagonist are used in bronchial smooth muscle, is causes the constriction of the bronchial smooth muscle and responsible for the development of asthmatic symptom. Patient with chronic obstructive pulmonary disease tolerate this drug quite well and benefit outweigh the risks. So benefit is more than the risks in case of the COPD patient. And patient with COPD discharged with beta blocker after myocardial infarction had a lower cause of the mortality compared to patient not prescribed the beta blocker. So in this case, indirectly or indirect way, they are improve the overall symptomatic relief. In case of the eye, decrease the intraocular pressure. In case of the glaucoma, metabolic and endocrine, inhibit the SNS stimulation of lipolysis, increase the VLDL and decrease the HDL level. Sotalol, non-selective beta receptor antagonist that lack local anesthetic action but has marked class 3 antiarrhythmic effect, reflecting the potassium channel blocking activity. Due to the potassium channel blocking activity, this will act as an in the treatment of arrhythmia. Now clinical application. So what is the in case of the hypertension, if beta 1 receptor, adrenaline, noradrenaline are bind, they in heart, they increase the rate and force of the contraction of the heart, increase the blood pressure. So there is a occurrence of the hypertension. If alpha 1 receptor, blood vessel vasoconstriction, increase the blood pressure. So if we use the beta adrenergic antagonist, so what happen, it will decrease the rate and force of the contraction of the heart. So ultimately it will reduce the blood pressure and it will relieve from the symptom of hypertension. So they are used in the treatment of hypertension. In case of angina, decrease the heart rate and contractility, so decrease the myocardial oxygen demand, so showing the anti-anginal action. In case of myocardial infarction, in there is a treatment and prophylaxis treatment is also there. Anti-anginal action means there is a reduce the contractility of the heart, reduce the infarct size, prevent the arrhythmia, and in case of prophylaxis, they prevent the reinfarction and prevent arrhythmia. The drug are metoprolol, esmolol, and timolol. In case of the arrhythmia, the drug we are using propranolol, esmolol, these are the drug. Decrease AV conduction, inhibit the impulse from atria to ventricle, so control the ventricular rate, mainly effective in the arrhythmia precipitated by catecholamine. Means the arrhythmia which is occurred due to the catecholamines, means adrenaline or noradrenaline, they are effective only in this case. Sotalol, they basically block the calcium potassium channel, and they are considering as class 3 antiarrhythmic drug. Esmolol, it is an ultra short acting and it is used in the supraventricular tachycardia. And in arrhythmia, they also control the ventricular rate in atrial flutter and fibrillation, suppress the extrasystole and tachycardia, specially mediated by adrenergically, means by catecholamine. Hypertrophic obstructive cardiomyopathy, decrease the contractility of the heart, decrease the left ventricular outflow obstruction, and improve the cardiac output in exercise. Congestive heart failure, only in compensated congestive heart failure, antagonize sympathetic overactivity on myocardium, so prevent the myocyte apoptosis, decrease the cardiac remodeling, and retard the progression of the congestive heart failure. The drug basically used are metoprolol, bisoprolol, etc. Then there is a non-cardiac use in the treatment of pheochromocytoma, used along with an alpha blocker to control the tachycardia and arrhythmia, suppress the cardiomyopathy due to the excess catecholamine, and in case of the treatment of thyrotoxicosis, control the sympathetic symptom, inhibit the peripheral conversion of T4 to T3, and preoperative use. And in case of treatment of the migraine prophylaxis, propranolol, nadolol, these are metoprolol, these are the drug we are using. In case of the portal hypertension, to decrease the portal vein pressure in patient with cirrhosis, decrease the variceal bleeding, the drug is used is propranolol. In the treatment of the glaucoma, decrease the aqueous humor secretion, attenuating the neuronal calcium and sodium influx, which potentiation to the retinal neuron, which mainly inhibit the ganglionic cell death. The drug timolol, betazolol, these are the drug we are used in case of the treatment of glaucoma. And in CNS, in the treatment of sometime anxiety, essential tremor, akathisia induced by the antipsychotic drug, and then in case of the alcohol withdrawal, we are using this beta adrenergic antagonist. Contraindication, if the patient is suffering from severe bradycardia, pre-existing high-grade heart block, overt untreated heart failure, cardiogenic shock, severe bronchospasm, severe depression, and active Raynaud's phenomenon. In this case, this beta adrenergic antagonists are contraindicated. Now, as a prototype drug, we are discussing about the propranolol. Propranolol in hypertension. What is the mechanism? Propranolol selectively block the beta 1 receptor in the heart, decrease the force and contraction and heart rate and cardiac output, and decrease the blood pressure. Propranolol inhibit the vasomotor conduction, decrease sympathetic discharge, leads to the vasodilation and decrease the blood pressure. Propranolol selectively block the beta 1 receptor in the kidney, decrease the renin secretion, decrease the effect of renin angiotensin system, and ultimately decrease the blood pressure. Action on heart: decrease in heart rate, decrease in cardiac output, decrease in force of contraction, prolonged systole, synergy of contraction disturbed in ventricles, not prominent in normal person but in presence of sympathetic overactivity, exercise or emotion, decreased ventricular size in normal subject, dilation in the low cardiac reserve patient, cardiac work and oxygen consumption is reduced, total coronary flow reduced, at high dose membrane stabilizing and direct depression action also observed in heart. Respiratory bronchoconstriction due to the blockade of the dilated beta 2 receptor, not considered in normal individual, may be dangerous in presence of asthma. Beta 1 selective drug are preferred. Contrary, COPD patient may be tolerated. I decrease the intraocular pressure by reducing the production of the aqueous humor in glaucoma. CNS, no considerable CNS effect except behavioral forgetfulness and nightmare etc. Suppress the anxiety. Skeletal muscle, reduction of tremor, reduction of the exercise capacity, reduction in blood flow, glycogenolysis and lipolysis. Local anesthetic: propranolol is an potent local anesthetic as lidocaine, but it is not clinically used for its purpose because it causes the irritation on the injected site. Metabolic effect: propranolol block the adrenergically induced lipolysis and consequent increase in plasma free fatty acid level, plasma triglyceride level and LDL HDL ratio is increased during propranolol therapy. Pharmacokinetic: most of the drug are well absorbed after oral administration. Peak concentration occur within 1 to 3 hours after ingestion. Propranolol undergoes extensive hepatic phosphorus metabolism. High oral parental ratio 40:1. Inter-individual and equi-effective dose bioavailability variation. Metabolism dependent on the hepatic blood flow itself, decrease hepatic blood flow, higher bioavailability on chronic administration, saturation of the hepatic excretion mechanism, higher bioavailability if taken with food, dose available are 10 to 80 mg tablet, 40 to 160 mg per day. Sustained release preparation are propranolol, metoprolol are also available. Therapeutic use: in the treatment of the hypertension, treatment of the angina pectoris, trachearrhythmia, myocardial infarction, control of the tachycardia, essential tremor, migraine prevention, cluster headache prevention. These are the therapeutic uses of the propranolol. Side effect: common, chronic trouble sleeping less severe, feeling weak less severe, low energy, bronchospasm severe, chronic heart failure severe, depression severe, diarrhea and abnormal heart rhythm severe, abnormally low blood pressure severe and confusion. These are the side effects.